I'm so glad that you could be here this afternoon to be with us to celebrate our fabulous Teachers of the Year. And if we just take 1 second to give them all a round of applause, I'd like to say thank you for all of your hard work and effort. On behalf of the Newton County Board of Education, administration, and faculties of all schools, I welcome each of you to this reception honoring Newton County School System's 2012-13 School Teachers of the Year. At this time, I would like to thank the members of our Board of Education for their dedication to the continuous improvement of the Newton County school system. Let me ask at this time that all of you stand so that you may be recognized. Ms. Abigail Coggin, our Board Chair. Mrs. Shaquila Henderson Baker, our Vice Chair. Mr. Jeff Metters, who sends his regrets as he is unable to be here due to required work commitments. Mr. Eddie Johnson. And Mr. Almond Turner. Thank you for your service. I'd also like to take a moment to thank the Newton County Chamber of Commerce and their chamber champions who are listed in your program for once again sponsoring our reception and awards program. If you look to my left, you will see our 23 school-level Teachers of the Year. Again, we can't thank them enough, so I ask that we give them a round of applause, and a much-deserved round of applause. These men and women symbolize the excellence in teaching found in our teachers throughout our school system. Teaching is a very demanding profession requiring extensive time and sincere dedication. Throughout their careers, teachers have the ability to make an impression on hundreds of children. Teachers reap the rewards not from their salaries they earn, but from their dedication to their students and their passion for teaching and learning. We in the Newton County School System value the significant contributions made by all of our educators. Today, we are here honoring 23 of those educators who were selected by their peers to serve as their school's 2012-2013 Teacher of the Year and thereby represent their school in our countywide 2014 Teacher of the Year program. Each of our teachers was evaluated in a process similar to that used in selecting Georgia's Teacher of the Year. In fact, the educator announced this afternoon, as Newton County's 2014 Teacher of the Year, will submit her application to the Georgia Department of Education and represent our county in the state-level competition. Both Newton County and the state of Georgia require that each candidate for Teacher of the Year be one who plans to continue in an active teaching status, inspires students of all backgrounds and abilities to learn, has the respect and admiration of his or her colleagues, plays an active and useful role in the community as well as in the school, is poised and articulate, and possesses the energy to withstand a taxing schedule. Our judges spent numerous hours reading essays, 2 full days interviewing each of our 23 Teachers of the Year, and 1 half day observing our 3 finalists. It takes a person truly dedicated to our school system and community to take away from both their personal and work schedules to volunteer to be a Teacher of the Year judge. I would like to offer my sincere gratitude to the following 5 individuals. Judges, as I call your name, please stand. Dr. Patrick Carter, who works for the Newton County School System. Mr. G.W. Davis, former employee of the Newton County School System, now retired. Ms. Debbie Harper, Newton County Chamber of Commerce. Ms. Julie Thompson, our 2013 Newton County Teacher of the Year. And Mrs. Tina Ulmer, Kiwanis Club of Covington. We appreciate each of you for assuming the challenging task of selecting our 2014 Teacher of the Year. At this time, I would like to recognize Mrs. Julie Thompson, Newton County's 2013 Teacher of the Year, and call her to the podium as she will make a few remarks. Thank you.
Good afternoon. It is such an honor to be with you here today and to celebrate the accomplishments of the ladies and gentlemen that we have here on stage. As we start another school year, I always look forward to the possibilities and the opportunities that each new class brings, what each student can bring to our classroom. Teachers have the awesome task of working with boys and girls, with young men and women, and showing them the possibilities their future hold. The educators on stage today are masters at this, not only of showing students the possibility, but casting the vision for their future and helping them to achieve their dreams. It has been my privilege and honor to represent the Newton County School System as Teacher of the Year for the past 12 months. My time in this role has been filled with opportunities I never imagined, ones that stretched far outside of my own classroom and into our community and the state. It does not seem so long ago when I was sitting in those very same seats waiting for the announcement. I never dreamed that I would be the one that was chosen as my own school's Teacher of the Year, much less to have the title of Newton County Teacher of the Year, or to have the heaviest face on earth. Just a warning to the three of you. But in the days and weeks that followed, I realized that Teacher of the Year was not just an accomplishment for me, but it was also an achievement for my students that I taught, for my family and the colleagues that supported me, and also the community that I love. The title of Newton County's Teacher of the Year allowed me to meet phenomenal leaders from across our state and to become a stronger advocate for what I do in education. But perhaps the greatest satisfaction I found was learning more about the candidates for this year's Teacher of the Year. As I read their essays and listened to their interviews, I found a group of people that not only loved their jobs but saw it as their passion. The 22 or 23 Teachers of the Year that we have here with us are leaders in their classroom and also in their schools. They reach out to their students and educate the child's mind and also their hearts. The ladies and gentlemen start programs such as the Mighty Milers. They write grants for new technologies so that their students will see that readers truly do make leaders. They make home visits. They watch students play sports and spend countless hours preparing for lessons to teach. They encourage their high schoolers to apply for college and celebrate when those acceptance letters arrive. These teachers spend their own money to buy books and clothing for students that may not have those things, and often those heartfelt acts are done without any words of thanks. In a world where scoffers say that a quality education can't happen, these teachers are making a career of going above and beyond the call of duty. They take every opportunity they have to say, I know you can, and breathe life into the students in their classroom. I know I've only mentioned a few examples of some of the shining things these individuals are doing, but I do want to say thank you for every moment you're spending with our children. You're doing a great job. I also want to say thank you to the sponsors that are listed on our board here today. We are so fortunate to have support as partners in education with you and also for special events such as today. I encourage you to stay involved in our schools. Come see for yourselves what exciting things are happening and see if there's a way to get more involved as maybe a guest speaker or with the Job Shadow program. For some of you in our audience, perhaps you have a child in the school system, or maybe you were in the classrooms of some of these ladies and gentlemen on stage. I encourage you to continue to build a supportive relationship with the schools around you. Get involved in your child's school and find ways to help. Education is the catalyst for the future. And then, once you find those good things that are going on, spread the word. Tell your friends and family about the great things that are happening here in Newton County, where we are striving to be the best. We can achieve more when we all work together. In closing, I'd like to say congratulations to each of you. It is an honor well deserved. You have all worked very hard, and your peers recognize that. Thank you for what you do. And thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Hunter Hall. I'm the president of the Covington-Newton Chamber of Commerce, and it is with great privilege and joy that we get to participate in this. And to the 23 teachers represented on this stage, congratulations. The reason that the Chamber of Commerce considers it a great privilege to be able to participate in this is because the 530 businesses that we represent and industries in our community, we receive the byproduct. We're the benefactor of your work. And day in, day out, we see it, we appreciate it, and it is so awesome for us to be able to stand here on the stage with you. And let me tell you why. We talk about this often. In fact, we met with Samantha Fury and Dr. Lockhart just this week, and we talk about y'all all the time. We don't know if you talk about us, but we talk about you all the time. And the reason is, from a business, from an industry perspective, when we recruit industry, when people come and set up families and lives, and entrepreneurs sign on a banknote for the first time and put their life savings at risk, it boils down oftentimes to the byproduct of our education system. And we know it. And we say oftentimes that there's probably no more important organization or business or industry in our community than our school system. That's why we often joke and have in the past about me wearing a cheerleader outfit for our schools. I know it's an image that you probably don't really want to work on right now, but the reality is it is that critical. We see it as that important. And so if you hadn't heard it today, or you had a parent that came in or sent an email to you today that kind of set you off, I want to say thank you. Thank you for what you do. And when you get up tomorrow morning and you get dressed, you hold your head high, pull your shoulders back. As you're walking in, you're changing lives. You're changing lives. My kids, Debbie's kids, all these kids. So thank you so much for what you do. All right, the other joke at the Chamber is, Hunter, don't cry during this presentation, because I have every year, and we'll see what we can do. But let's get on with this. We're here to name a Teacher of the Year. But before we do, with our three finalists, we want to recognize all of those who are on this stage. And so to that end, let's begin. As I call your name, I'd like for you to come forward. Debbie's going to meet you, give you a plaque. And listen, as you come forward, be proud. Your peers voted you in. It wasn't a popular vote. The kids didn't vote who gave the most hall passes out. It was your peers who respected your profession. And that's awesome. So let's start. Representing East Newton Elementary, Miss Tanya Doss. From Fairview Elementary, Miss Cindy Helms. From Flint Hill, Miss Kim McSwain. From Live Oak Elementary, Miss Kimberly Insco. From Livingston Elementary, Miss Kathy Shropshire. Thank you. Need me some language arts training for that one. From Mansfield Elementary, Miss Karen Piper. From Middle Ridge Elementary, Miss Valerie Strickland. From Newton County Theme School at Fickwit, Miss Wendy Carnes. From Oak Hill Elementary, Miss Nicole Benton. From Porterdale Elementary, Miss Tammy Rogers. From Rocky Plains Elementary, Miss Shannon Barron. From South Salem Elementary, Miss Ginger O'Neill. From West Newton Elementary, Miss Tequila Anthony. From Clements Middle School, Miss Sandra Glenn. From Cousins Middle School, Miss Michelle Osborne. From Indian Creek Middle School, Miss Cheryl Rankins. From Liberty Middle School, Miss Kelly Wesley. From Veterans Memorial Middle, Miss Kellen Ellis. Representing the other chromosome, from Alcovey High School, Mr. Bill Gibbons. And from Newton High School, Mr. Nicholas Jones. And representing our top 3 finalists, these are in alphabetical order, so don't start trying to guess. Representing Herd Mixon Elementary, Miss Maria Hargrove. From Eastside High School, Miss Ashley Rickard. They're a little embarrassing, aren't they? I know. From the Newton County College and Career Academy, Mrs. Dolores Williams. Let's take a second and congratulate all 23. Okay, our 3 finalists. I have the privilege of being able to kind of walk through your bio and your application process and share with the general public about who you are. As I introduce you, if you will stand, you can put your plaque down. You can stand and we'll acknowledge you. The first is Miss Maria Hargrove. Maria began her teaching career at Herd Mixon in 2005. She's been teaching there ever since. She began as a kindergarten teacher and is now teaching 3rd grade. Ms. Hargroves earned her bachelor's degree in early childhood education from the University of Georgia in 2004 and her master's in early childhood education from Piedmont College in 2005. She later obtained an education specialist degree from Georgia College in 2008. Ms. Hargroves will begin her doctoral program in curriculum studies at Georgia Southern this next summer. She's a member of both the Professional Association of Georgia Educators and the Georgia Association of Educators. She has attended numerous education workshops, worked with several student teachers, and aided in curriculum mapping, adopting textbooks, developing benchmark assessments, and laying out parts of the reading, English language, arts, and math curriculum to ensure academic excellence for the Newton County school system. Ms. Hargroves is currently working to obtain her math endorsement and is in fact the kindergarten through 5th grade math specialist for Newton County schools. In addition to her work, she's an active member of the Newton County community. Since high school, she has been an actively involved member at East Ridge Community Church, where she has led several small groups, volunteered for Vacation Bible Schools, collected food for food shelters, participated in campaigns to support the Refuge Pregnancy Center, the Samaritan Purse, and Angel Tree. An avid runner, Ms. Hargroves also participates in several races in which proceeds are earmarked for charitable events, including the Covington Fuzz Run, Cheerios Challenge, and of course, the Peach Tree. She also offers free after-school tutoring, summer tutoring for students, and can often be seen at students' games and extracurricular events. Ms. Hargroves wrote in her Teacher of the Year essay, "I believe teaching is a calling. A person cannot be taught to be a good teacher because it is a lifestyle of the heart. There is something remarkable about the power of a good teacher, and I have known this from an early age. Teachers make a difference every day. Yes, you can separate the bad from the good because some in the profession for the wrong reasons. Teaching is not about the monetary gain, it's about changing the world through the lives of children. Children are our future. I firmly believe I knew teaching was my calling as early as first grade. After first grade, more and more signs led me to where I am today, Teacher of the Year. My first grade teacher truly made an impact on me because she allowed me to think for myself, and she gave me opportunities to develop and explore knowledge. She also developed a relationship with me. She was the dream teacher I always envisioned becoming one day. I was excited about school and learning because of who she was as a person and as a teacher. Riding in the car, I'd stare at the puffy white clouds and imagine her saying, "The sky is the limit." At the age of 6, I had a sparkling imagination, a fertile mind, and a willingness to take risks, and this was never taken away from me. Instead, teachers developed my natural abilities, inspired me to want to become a teacher. She, as well as other teachers, gave me the opportunity to explore my abilities and interests. Therefore, I yearn to do the same for my students. Thank you, Ms. Hargroves, for your dedication to your students, and congratulations on being named a finalist in the Newton County Teacher of the Year program. Ms. Ashley Rickard. She has spent her entire teaching career at Newton County. She began her career at Eastside in 2009 and has been teaching advanced placement English language and composition there ever since. Ms. Rickard earned her bachelor's in secondary English education from Georgia Southern in 2008 and should receive her master's in instructional technology from the University of West Georgia next year. She has also completed her gifted endorsement, which certifies her to teach gifted students and led her to being named Gifted Coordinator at Eastside. In addition to serving as a support person for other teachers seeking gifted certification, Ms. Rickard also serves as a technology teacher leader. Ms. Rickard is a true believer in community service, both where she lives and where she works. She's an active member of Athens Church in Clark County, where she and her husband serve as Sunday school teachers for young children. As a result of her church's initiative encouraging members to use their gifts and talents to serve others in Athens, last year Ms. Rickard taught a free GED course to the Athens Latino Center for Education Service. She also encouraged encourages her students to get involved in their community. And last year, their generosity raised $1,300 for the American Cancer Society. Ms. Rickard also created a Random Acts of Kindness initiative at Eastside, which encourages students to photograph themselves or others practicing random acts of kindness in their school community. They then share the photographs by tweeting them on their Twitter account or posting them on the class bulletin board. The students each determined their individual quotas for the number of random acts of kindness they'd perform in a given period. But they soon lost track because the actual kindness count far surpassed 600 random acts last fall. In her essay, Ms. Rickard wrote, "My decision to become a teacher was made when I was 16 years old, and it came after getting to know my sweet southern spitfire of an English teacher. Her name was Miss Rothel. She was 35 years old and drove a black Mustang." Did you hear that, Covington Ford? She loved Whitman and Thoreau, but she loved Dave Matthews Band a little bit more. Her classroom was decorated with Atlanta Braves memorabilia. She wore jeans from American Eagle to school on Friday. You don't think you're influencing, think again. She was cool. She was trendy. She was my gifted American literature teacher. Her bubbly personality and quick wit made me feel comfortable in my own skin. And for once, I wasn't sitting in the corner of the class alone. She created a classroom environment that was warm, welcoming. I learned to analyze literature and to create connections, and she prepared me for college like no other teacher had. In the classroom, I fell in love with American literature, and I vowed to be just like her. Today, my classroom is home, at least for 50 minutes, to 128 teenagers every day. Together, we work to navigate the English language and all of its intricacies. We examine commas and we hold in-depth debates about usefulness of semicolons. Pause for inflection. We read literature written long ago and we make connections and create relevancy. We write and write and write. But most importantly, we will learn to think. Congratulations, Ms. Rickard, for being a finalist, Newton County Teacher of the Year. Ms. Williams. Ms. Dolores Williams began her career in education in Newton County in 1998 and has remained in the district ever since. She started her career at Newton High School as a parapro in '98, and then following years she taught pre-algebra and algebra at the school. She transferred to Alcovy High in 2006 before making the move to Newton County College and Career Academy in 2010. Ms. Williams currently teaches pre-cal, AP Stat, and AP Calculus. Ms. Williams earned her bachelor's in computer science from Mercer University in 1997 and her master's in teaching secondary math from Piedmont College in 2000. She obtained an education specialist degree in instructional technology from Valdosta State in 2006. She also has additional certifications in teacher support specialist, English speakers of other language, and gifted. Ms. Williams is a member of both the Georgia Teachers of Mathematics and the National Teachers of Mathematics. Community involvement is very important to Ms. Williams, and she truly believes her calling is to offer tutoring help to those in need. She has also been actively involved in church for over the years by serving as a Sunday school teacher, working with youth groups, and even singing in church choirs. Ms. Williams has volunteered in helping prepare food to feed the poor and hosted exchange students from Germany. In her essay, Ms. Williams wrote, "All of my life indicators pointed me in the direction of a life of mediocrity. Many teachers played an important role in my life, but never in my wildest dreams did I think I would have the honor of being in their ranks. Yet as I embark on my 16th year of teaching, I continue to be amazed and humbled at the direction my journey has taken me. I came to America when I was 7 years old, bilingual, but unable to read even the simplest of a first grade book. Years later, I discovered that I had a mild form of dyslexia. No one knew what was wrong with me, and some school official labeled me as mildly retarded, a derogatory term no longer in use. My first teacher, my mother, did not believe the officials. I can't cry and talk. I just can't do it. Some people can cry right through it, and I just, I'm dyslexic. My first grade teacher, my mother, did not believe the officials' label, and with patience and determination taught me to read, proving that even someone as slow as I could learn. My mother did not stop there. Her expectations were high, and as the oldest of 5 siblings, I helped the younger children with their lessons, helping my siblings reinforce my learning, easing my frustrations even when my own lessons were difficult. My mother's influence and belief in me continues to shape my philosophy. I had always believed that education is the key to escaping poverty. Unfortunately, poverty kept me from pursuing my dreams of a college education. I married my high school sweetheart and quit school when I was 17 years of age. I was a single mother of 3 by the time I was 27 years old. Through hard work and tenacity, I rose to a supervisory position in a local manufacturing firm. Later, with the support of my employer and my husband, I was able to pursue my dreams of obtaining an education. The odds were against me, but 8 years later, I graduated cum laude from college with a bachelor's degree. The feeling of accomplishment and triumph was indescribable. I used my triumph as a testimony to encourage my students to persevere against any barriers they face. Congratulations, Ms. Williams, on being named a finalist. Before we announce the 2014 Teacher of the Year, I'd like to tell you what the finalists and the runner-ups will receive. Thanks to the generosity of our Chamber champions that are listed here on this board and in your program, and I do encourage you to use them and acknowledge their support. It means so much. But thanks to these Chamber champions, those whose names are listed in the... I'm back. Here's what you're going to win. Vanna. Our runners-up will both receive vases and the awards that you've had. The winner will receive a crystal vase and a check for $1,000, plus a free 3-month car rental from Covington Ford. We'll hear more about that in a second. At this time, I'd like to read you an excerpt from the essay of our Newton County School Systems 2014 Teacher of the Year. I want my students to have enough self-awareness to recognize their formula for success. I hunger for them to understand that they are the sole holders of the keys to their future. The very foundation of my students' success is their ability and their courage to be independent thinkers. I am genuinely overwhelmed with immense gratification knowing that I play just a small part in teaching my students how to think. Debbie? It's an honor for us to announce the 2014 Teacher of the Year from Eastside High School, Miss Ashley Rickard. She's not letting go of that money. We'll have it over here. Now I'd like to introduce a longtime supporter of this award and this event, a great community partner and a friend of our community, Mr. Matt Crow with Covington Ford, to make his announcement. Matt?
Thank you. First of all, I'd like to congratulate each and every one of you for being the best of Newton County for 2013-14 school year. I think this is about my 14th or 15th year presenting this award, and I love it every time I come up here, and I love to see the people who make this school system thrive. I cannot emphasize enough how important it is, how important education is, and what y'all do to our community. Even at the age of 49, I can rely on my education to help me through my life. I'm up here tonight or today in flip-flops, and that's not out of disrespect. It's out of I can't get shoes on. So I decided late in life to take up bull riding, and you may wonder what could bull riding and education possibly have in common. I'm glad you asked. I've been bull riding about 3.5 years, and I've probably been called stupid. Well, I lost count. But this is where education comes in. Stupidity is behavior that shows a lack of good judgment. I call it persistence. Firm continuance in a course of action in spite of difficulty or opposition, in which you may say, well, you're hard-headed. That's stubborn or willful. I call it determined. Having made a firm decision and being resolved not to change it. Well, that's the English part I've learned. From there we go to math. The odds, the percentages. After 40 bulls, I broke my leg last April. Everybody's like, don't get back on another one. I was like, well, what are the odds it could happen again? Friday night, the very next bull I get on, it breaks again. And then there's science. Oh, have I learned the equations of gravity. There's acceleration due to gravity. There's force of gravity. And there's gravity between two masses, especially when one's 2,500 pounds and one's 180 pounds. I have tested them all. But more than that, what I would like to say is inspire. Inspire your students to want more out of life. Inspire them to never give up. That's one thing my teachers instilled in me. Everybody says you can't do this, you can't do this. You can do whatever you set your mind to. And that's very important for these kids when they're growing up, to know that they never have to give up on anything, that it's always out there, they can always reach for it. So keep up the great work, keep up everything you're doing. I look forward to being here next year and seeing some of the same faces and some new faces. With that, Ashley, if you would come up, I'd like to give you the keys to a 2013 Ford Escape that you'll be able to drive for 3 months. Compliments of Covington Ford.
Matt left his notes up here, and Ashley, it does say in the bottom that you get one free bull ride. Compliments of Matt. I think that's awesome. Thank you, Matt. As we said, there were 3 finalists, and we want to acknowledge our runner-ups. So if Debbie will come back up and help me. I got to hear the debrief from Debbie because obviously we worked together, and she'd come and say, oh my gosh, these teachers were phenomenal. Oh my gosh, I don't know how, oh my gosh. So I want you to know the decisions were hard, but congratulations. So first we'd like to honor Miss Maria Hargrove from Herd Mixon Elementary. We'd also like to honor Ms. Dolores Williams from the Newton College and Career Academy. Let's take a second and acknowledge our runner-ups. Before Ms. Fury comes with some closing remarks, we want to give our Teacher of the Year an opportunity to, did you know you might be speaking? All right, we're going to put some literary prose on you. Let's see how you do. Please come over and share a few words with her. Once again, y'all, please welcome our 2014 Teacher of the Year, Miss Ashley Rickard.
I am humbled. That's the word that keeps ringing in my ears. There are people who work and live a lifetime looking for their purpose, and I feel like I'm one of the fortunate ones because I found it early on, and as a result, I have been able to love every moment of my career. I think that these other 22 outstanding educators would agree with me that behind every good teacher is an even better support system. And I absolutely couldn't be here without mine. My husband, Ryan, who is also an educator, so he gets me at least most of the time. And I feel really fortunate to have him in my corner always. My parents, my sister, my grandparents, and our extended family, they have never once made me second guess or question my decision to follow this career. Albeit not the most lucrative career, they understand that the rewards outshine any of the struggles, and I'm thankful for that. To my Eastside family, and we are a family, I am so thankful for them and their unwavering support. I see them waving back there. And you heard them, I have the privilege to literally teach the best and the brightest kids in this county. And I deal with them day in and day out. And they are what make me great, because it is easy to be good when you're surrounded by greatness. And I am so thankful for their inspiration, and I'm just humbled. So thank you very much.
Congratulations, Ms. Rickard. Congratulations to all of our Teachers of the Year for the 2012-2013 school year, representing us for the Teacher of the Year program for 2014. On behalf of the Newton County School System, I would like to congratulate Ms. Rickard again, our new Teacher of the Year, and wish you the very best in the state competition. I know that you will be an excellent representative for our school system in the year to come. In addition, I would like to extend my sincere congratulations to all of our Teachers of the Year. The fact that your peers chose you to represent your school shows the faith they have in your abilities and the respect they have for you as an educator. It is truly an achievement that you all should be proud of. Finally, I would like to take a moment to thank Ms. Sherry Davis Vineyard, our Newton High School team, the Chamber of Commerce, our chamber champions, and all those who work hard to make this program a success. Thank you very much.